Um, so I wanted to talk about you know, a lot of people that um a lot of people that still drink, or a lot of people that drink, right? Like people that drink that I'll say this. A lot of people that drink, some people drink to socialize, but I think the majority of people that drink, they drink to escape, right? Like you got a number of people that drink to socialize and to feel good or to have fun and go out and everything, but then you have a larger number of people that drink to escape their problems and what they're going through in their life and their bills and all of that, stress, depression. And I just think that to those people that's still drinking for those reasons, they're not done running yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not done their run. They're not done escaping. Um, you have to be done with those things first before you can stop drinking. And your why can outweigh your running and your escaping or your escapism, because I'm telling you firsthand, I'm telling you from experience that I don't know what came first. I don't know if I was tired of running or I was tired of what came with me running and escaping, meaning the alcohol, but the effect that it was having on my mind and my body. Like alcohol, um, people think that you drink and you just get drunk and you just get a feeling and you get to escape a bad day or a long week. But it has other effects. And I'm not a scientist, I'm not a neurologist, I'm not none of that shit. So I don't even want to get into that. But I know, excuse me, I know that it has really, really bad effects on your mental, your physical as well. But I got tired of waking up like not remembering shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I got tired of, you know, I feel like my body was just on shutdown. Like I'll have a few drinks and then I'm going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even, like I can't do nothing. Like it was, and just thinking back, like the shit that even in my earlier days, the shit that I would just do. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have a good time, you could party, you can, but then once you like you over consuming, you start to become something else. You start to like be disgusted at like who you was or how you was or who you was associating yourself with, or even chicks that you was talking to, and I never woke up in no chick bed. Thank I'm thankful. I never had none of those type of moments of like waking up in an ugly ass girl bed, like, oh shit, how the fuck did I get here? But I've had moments of sleeping with people that I know I wouldn't have slept with. I had moments of doing things I know I wouldn't have done, and being around people I know I wouldn't have surrounded myself around. And it's so crazy. For whatever reason, I still I still I still tried to justify my consumption. Like I still tried to make excuses for it because it made me feel good. Um, and a lot of us, we don't realize that you can feel good in natural ways, in other ways. You don't have to be on any kind of substance. That's not the only way that you can feel good. Perks, weed, drink, lean, all of those kind of different things. It's like that shit. That's not the only way to feel good. But I had found something in my life, from the time I started to the time I stopped, I had found something in my life that can make me feel good and make all of the other shit go away. Even if it was for 5 hours, 6 hours, I was happy with that. That was like the best 5 hours of my day. That was like the best 6 hours of my day. You know what I'm saying? And but that shit start even that, like, it started to make me paranoid. You know what I'm saying? It started to make me not trust myself, not believe me. I was second guessing a lot of shit because whatever it was doing to my brain, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. Like, overly consuming that shit, abusing that shit for years and years and years and years, that shit start to fuck with your neural paths and, like I said, your brain cells and the way that you think. I stopped trusting myself. Like, I started second guessing everything, you know what I'm saying? And then it got to a point where even when I was sober, I don't know if my mind couldn't figure out, like, I don't think your mind can figure out what's real and what's fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it does that. I don't think it processes that way. Like, okay, I'm not drunk, I'm sober, and this isn't happening, or nothing happened, or okay, when I'm drunk, you know, like, I don't I don't know if your mind can, like, dictate those kind of things. So my shit was like, it didn't know real from fake. Like, I don't think it was able to understand, like, reality and, like, non-reality. So a lot of times this shit was meshing in, like, it was creating, like, some type of, like, paranoia, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I started, like, thinking about shit that wasn't real, you know what I'm saying, or that didn't exist on my day-to-day, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of like when you go through, like, blackouts and shit, and you get drunk, like, to the point where you black out, or you that shit start to become normal. Like, you start to forget, even if you only had a cup, like, not a couple of beers, but if you had enough to get you drunk, whatever you're drinking and consuming, wine, beer, liquor. When you start to, like, when I think your body or your brain starts to get used to not remembering certain shit, you know what I mean? So, you know, it was getting like that for me, and I think that my mind just wasn't able to like, be able to dictate what was real and what was fake, false reality from reality. And it just became really hard for me because it started to, like, make me a prisoner in my mind, and it made me a prisoner. Like, I didn't want to do a lot of shit. I didn't trust myself enough, you know what I mean? Or if I knew I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna drink, I didn't want to be around people that I couldn't trust, because I'm like, all right, I know I'm gonna black out probably, I know I'm gonna fucking not remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that started to become, like, my life. Or I just would be in the house, you know what I mean? I didn't want to do much, and that shit was hard. Like, and I think that why outweighed, I think I forced myself to be like, look, I gotta face my problems, bro, because it's either this or that. I gotta face my problems because I can't live like this no more. Like, I need to be able to have independence. I need to be able to go places without thinking that the worst thing is going to happen to me, you know what I mean? Because this is the way my mind is thinking, probably from consuming so much alcohol over the years, or, you know, being so used to, like, I was so used to being drunk all the time or being on all the time, that when I was in my right mind, when I was sober, like I said, I don't know if my mind just wasn't able to, you know, realize, you know what I'm saying, like, the ons and offs, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I stopped trusting myself, like, as a man, as an individual, as a person, because I was on so much. And over the years, just doing that shit, it made it hard to, like, live a normal life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like a fucking prisoner. Like I said, of course, you know, when you live in that life and you in that rock star type of lifestyle, like, you like I said, you laying down with women that you wouldn't lay down with, you being around people that you wouldn't be around, you're doing shit that you just wouldn't do as an individual, because you're an individual of substance, and you do have well, your values and principles and morals and shit go out the window when you like on some alcoholic shit. But you know, and that was hard for me too, knowing that I'm actually a decent person, but I value this shit so much because it make me feel good or it helps me escape because I'm too pussy to deal with my problems like a man or face these things head on. That was hard for me because it was like, damn, this shit is making me a person that I'm really not. Like when I'm sober, bro, I'm not friendly like that. I'm not overextending myself. I'm not even dealing with certain chicks if I'm sober. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even dealing with certain niggas and being friends with certain niggas, snake ass niggas, sharks, and you know, just slimy niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like it put me in a bad, it just fucked my shit up. Like alcohol will just destroy you, bro, if you let it. Like that's the best way I can put it. You know what I mean? Think about how many people hang around people, cool with people, uh deal with people, deal with certain kinds of women, men dealing with women dealing with certain kind of men because of this substance, like this thing that they have in their life that they use. You know, I'm not talking about people that social drinkers. I'm talking about people that really are alcoholics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that was like my why. I think it forced me to slow down and stop, like turn around, stop running, bro, and face whatever it is you need to face. Any demons, any traumas, any childhood traumas, anything that you went through or anything, whatever the fuck you running from, bro, you gonna have to face that shit because this shit gonna kill you. Or this shit is gonna have it to a point where you really lose your mind and like ain't no coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, it was just everything that was going into it, like the hangovers or the blackouts or not remembering or you know, it started to spill over into my life without when I wasn't drinking. You know what I mean? Like I said, like it did something to my mental to where I just didn't trust myself because I guess my mind was like, if you get into a point where you drinking and you don't remember, I don't know, it just detached from whatever it detached from and it just didn't trust me no more, or I just didn't trust myself because I'm like, once I get on this shit, I'm on autopilot. Like because I'm going hard, you know what I'm saying? And like I just didn't, whatever that is, I just didn't trust myself. And I'm just thinking Mother Earth, I'm thinking my ancestors, I'm thinking the universe that I wasn't giving up on, I wasn't gave up on. And today I'm weeks sober, but I've had longer streaks and whatever the case may be, but I've finally made a conscious decision to say I will never drink alcohol again. Like that ship has sailed. Like and I say that with so much conviction because I literally, I have no desire. I have no, cause I know what it does to me. I know what it has done to my life. So I'm just thankful and I'm showing my gratitude and I'm just very, very gracious that I'm at a point right now that it wasn't too late and I'm able, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm shaking back and I'm slowly but surely just rebuilding myself and my independence and trusting myself. You know what I'm saying? Like within this journey, within this spiritual journey, you know what I mean? I'm thankful for that because that shit had me somewhere that I never want to go back to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't talking about like out here looking crazy. Like, but when I would be on it, it just would take me places that I shouldn't have been going. You know what I'm saying? Mentally. And like I said, just spreading myself so thin and being around people and engaging in things that I just wouldn't, nothing super out of pocket, but just drunk nigga shit. You know what I mean? We all know and we normalize. Oh yeah, you know, I had a drunk night. I fucked this girl. Damn, I got this girl pregnant, or I did this. Or I like just being reckless and not being in control of myself. I love being in control of me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thankful that I'm able to shake back and you know, build my mental back up and trust myself again and not be paranoid and not be unsure and uncertain of what I did or who I'm around, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and so, you know, it's gonna take time, but I'm building that independence up to trust myself and to know that I can be a normal fucking person. I can be out here operating like a normal fucking person. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you cool. You ain't had no bad night. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't had no hangover. You ain't fucking do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You good. You wasn't around nobody that, you know, harmed you or any, like, you know, and I know that might sound crazy to some, but when you done that shit and lived that life for so long, your mind don't know the on and off. It's like you just, I don't know, you just think like that, you know what I'm saying? And I, like I said, it just, one day, bro, I promise, I woke up from a hangover or something and I just wasn't thinking the same. Like, I was paranoid. I ain't trust nothing. I just, and I guess all along I just didn't trust myself. I don't know, but alcohol is extremely bad. Like, you know what I mean? It's not enough conversation surrounding the things and the side effects and the aftermaths and what it'll do. Everybody think drink, get a hangover. Oh, we turned up last night. We had fun. We done. Listen, I'm a regular nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, from a regular inner city, and you know, I'm into this, I'm into that. I like this. I like, you know, I'm a regular guy, but I'll be the first to say, man, like, too much of anything is something that comes with that, you know what I mean? And a lot of people not prepared for that, and a lot of people won't shake back. um People just think, you know, it's cool and it is what it is and that's what it is. And you know, and I started drinking at a real young age because I thought it was cool. Ooh, we drinking, we ain't supposed to be drinking. And then, you know, that shit turned into a habit, and then it turned into a tool that you can use to escape your problems and get away from all of the trauma and all of the bullshit. And then before you know it, it could fuck with your mind, it could fuck with your brain, it could fuck with your neural pet, all that shit. You know what I mean? It could just do a number on your body. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to share this because I'm gonna share more stories as they come to me, and you know, on this channel too, about just, you know, sobriety and how beautiful sobriety can be, and just living life the way we're intended to live life. All of this other shit, temptation, distraction, bullshit, the shit that they feeding us and giving us and pushing on us and making it look cool, and fucking got commercials for cigarettes, bro. That shit give you cancer, bro. I'm not saying you going, some people smoke cigarettes their whole life and never get lung cancer, but the fact of knowing what it does, but it's advertised. Beer is advertised. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, so, but yeah, straight up, yeah, sure.